Good morning from Nice, France. This morning we are headed on a flight from Nice to Philadelphia, and we are flying on American's Premium Economy and deciding today whether it's even worth it. Well, we're still packing our bags here at the hotel, and we are gonna go get some breakfast right now and head to our flight. So what is premium economy? Well, as the name suggests, it's something in between a premium business class seat and an economy ticket. But don't get this confused with an economy ticket that just has some extra legroom like Delta Comfort Plus or American Airlines Main Cabin Extra. This is not that. Premium economy is an entirely different seat than economy, and it really resembles what most people would think of when you think of a domestic first class seat. We got our last little haul here. Lucy got a salad for the plane. I got a baguette for the plane.
A gorgeous loaf. Gorgeous. It's like so soft and fresh. Can you touch it?
Ooh,
I know.
Ooh, that's gonna be good. And then I also got one pain au chocolat. I actually had one of these yesterday and it was so good. All right, starting on the ground, what can you expect? Well, besides for priority check-in lanes and priority boarding lanes, that's pretty much it. There's no free lounge access available with your ticket, and honestly, I think that's pretty fair given the price point of these tickets, but hey, I would always love free lounge access if they were willing to give it, but unfortunately not for this flight. We are about to board our flight. They actually changed our planes.
One thing that's kind of strange about it though is it has two flights on the board. However, they're both the same time and both are our flight, but one of them says canceled. The other says on time and our gate number, which I was stressing everyone out in the line. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, our flight's canceled?
And off we go. If you've yet to see it, we just spent the past week traveling around France, so you should definitely check out our Paris food guide or our South of France itinerary after this video.
Back to the States we go.
Okay, first impressions of premium economy. The seats were even wider than I expected, and there was plenty of legroom. The whole plane just felt very sleek and modern. But the true test is how we feel about these seats in 9 hours, so we'll keep you updated.
Every seat comes with a free water bottle, noise-canceling headphones, a pillow, a blanket, and we should have gotten an amenity kit, but it looks like they forgot to put one in our seat. It would have looked like this though. At our seat, we also had a remote for our TV, a little cubby for storage, and an out.
I just want to start by saying, and Chandler, you can cut this out, but I'm a little bit emotional right now. The reason I'm so emotional right now is because there's no way to indicate on the pre-order that he has a nut allergy, and he has a pretty severe tree nut allergy, and then was hoping to maybe like ask a flight attendant about it, but I know they're doing their absolute best, but they didn't have any information, and I think what just was making me emotional was like just thinking about you getting sick or having a reaction on this flight made me emotional.
Whereas me, on the other hand, I'm chilling. Like, it's a bummer that I can't eat anything, but I watched so many videos about this flight in particular, and I knew the food was going to be very questionable. I assumed it was going to have dairy in it, but then when I saw a lactose-free option, I was like, ah, sure. But then I would have to go into it knowing for sure that there wasn't nuts in it. I'm honestly not that worried about it, but I will not be able to tell you if the food tastes any good. It looks not great, but I'll have Lucy give you the full review of what the food's like.
Now that I've recovered, I'll give you a little food tour of mine. A little food tour. I got some Chardonnay. We have a gluten-free, I think it's also vegan, bread option. I stole Chandler's vegan butter. And then there's some like olive oil and balsamic for dessert. I have an apple and peach dessert, which I think is just like applesauce vibes. For my meal, I have chicken with green beans, rice, and red sauce, which is gonna be solid. And then we switch salads. It's more like a Greek salad vibe. Let's dig in. One thing we wanna mention that's really A nice elevated touch is the actual silverware they give you, which is delightful. One point against American is the plastic cup. I'm starving right now, so this is gonna honestly taste really good, I bet. Solid chicken you'd find anywhere, I feel like. Green beans are pretty good. That rice couldn't have less flavor if it tried, but overall, I would give this dish a 5 out of 10. Could be so much worse. Let's try the salad. It's funny, it's just like red cabbage with cucumbers on it, but the cucumbers look at them.
I think it's just fried because it froze.
Oh, it's dry. All right, salad. Really good. It's just like really fresh tasting. Honestly, I'll probably just put a lot of salt and pepper on the rest of my food and I will enjoy it. Overall, I would give it still like a solid 5 out of 10. I think it's pretty on par probably with a lot of airline food, but I've only had full meals on a plane maybe 3 times in my life. I don't know if you know that, so I'm not the best judge. That's also why I probably cried a second ago for you, because to me, this is like a one-time experience.
So I attempted to give a bathroom tour, but you actually couldn't hear anything because the plane was too loud. So wait, Lucy, will you come over here and actually do the voiceover for me?
Gladly. Okay, here I am in the bathroom. Oh, big spacious cabin. You do the sensor to flush it. I forgot about that. It has more space than one would think. There I am. I'm so cute and tall. Oh, for babies. And then that's for toddlers. And then that's for adults. Hi, I'm Chandler. I'm a YouTuber. Oh, I'm washing my hands. Good boy. Employees must wash their hands. And okay, all
perfect.
done.
That was great. Thank you. That was perfect. Oh, look at you sleeping.
Oh, that's a scary sight.
All right, time to give you some of our initial impressions of the seat. I think the seat is exactly what you would expect from like a first class domestic seat. It's definitely wider, a lot more leg room. The seat feels a lot nicer, like the quality of seat. It definitely reclines, I would say even more than what probably like first class would domestically. I would say the seat has been super lovely thus far. We only have 2 more hours left in our journey, but honestly, I feel like the time has been flying. I haven't felt uncomfortable at any point. What about you?
I feel like overall comfort of the seat is way better than I expected it to be, 100%. It really does feel like we are flying first class domestically. I feel like I have enough space to like put my legs up on the seat and get curled up to read my book, which I like. The blanket is so comfortable. It's just made me feel really cozy and tucked in this whole flight and made it fly by. We really only have slept like 30 minutes to an hour each.
I think you slept a little more than that.
I know I slept an hour, but you slept 30.
Yeah.
Because my show was 1 hour and I missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say this too about like the service. I feel like we're not really getting served any more than you would expect to be served in like an economy seat. I probably had higher expectations for that, to be honest. Just people coming around more often. It's been hard to get people's attention when we've needed things.
They gave us drinks right when we got on, and they did the food service an hour into our flight and did drinks then as well. But after that, it's been 7 hours or so, and they haven't come around. I think they brought ice cream around one time, but other than that, they haven't asked for drink refills or water or anything like that.
Which is, yeah, pretty surprising to me. I'll say this too, a note about the window. I don't know if I'm crazy about the adjustable window. You like it?
I think that's one of the best features.
Okay, to each their own.
I love that it stays dark in here, but you can still see the clouds and that you're flying. That's crazy because normally you have to shut the window completely and it's an all or nothing situation. And in this situation, you don't feel like you're disrupting others by having it half lit up.
We're gonna enjoy the rest of this flight, all 2 hours of it.
I think they're about to start the final meal service, or I don't know if there is another meal service, but they're about to start something, it looks like. I hear clanking of plates.
We'll check back in once we have, hopefully, something else to eat.
Round 2.
What are they serving today, Lou?
Unclear what mine is. I'm convinced that both times my grains looked like farro, but
Which is not gluten-free.
which is not gluten-free. But I think I'm just gonna go for it. Question mark? It is frozen solid, but that's okay. It's better than warm.
Warm would definitely be better.
So true. But let's give it a try. I mean, it tastes pretty good. That was a bite of ice. Okay, let's do the chicken. Solid fruit. Big grates. Just a little frozen, so I just had to bite into it. I forgot that most grates have seeds. The rest of the fruit is frozen through completely. I would give this meal a solid 3.5 out of 10. What's the deal with airline food?
You tell it's only our second time doing this.
4 years, we're gonna be flying on Singapore Airlines, and I'm gonna be like, what's the deal with airline food?
Unfortunately, I will not be eating my meal just because we can't guarantee whether it would have nuts in it or not. It doesn't really make sense to risk that 40,000 feet in the air.
I'm just now seeing that all the other people got little cups of ice cream.
As we landed, I started to reflect on whether this premium economy ticket is really worth it. This seat offers, as the name suggests, a partially premium experience while still fitting within the expectations of an economy ticket. There's no lounge access, the service is standard and sometimes not so attentive, and the meal isn't significantly better than what you would expect in economy. However, where this ticket really stands out is the seat itself. It made a 9-hour flight feel easy, comfortable, and even a bit cozy at times. It genuinely made me reconsider whether flying business class is really even worth it if you could get this level of comfort for a fraction of the cost. So is it worth it? Well, for those prioritizing a comfortable ride on a long-haul flight, the answer is 100% yes. But if you're expecting all the perks of business class without paying the business class price, then unfortunately this seat might not be for you. Thanks for watching and subscribe if you haven't. And YouTube thinks that you're gonna like this video right here.